Well, whether you're currently a student or were in the past, the anxieties of having to pay back your student loan debt is real. Dan McDicken is a licensed insolvency trustee with Faber and joins us with more on how these loans are treated in bankruptcy. Good morning, Dan. Nice to see you again.
Good morning, Kim.
So there's been some confusion about whether student loans can be erased through bankruptcy or consumer proposal. Can you help clear this up for us?
Yeah, for sure. So a student loan, government-funded student loan, federal, provincial, is an unsecured debt, just like credit card debts, lines of credit, tax debt. However, under the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act, government-funded student loans survive a bankruptcy or a consumer proposal for a period of 7 years from the date the individual ceases to be a student.
So if someone goes back to school, even without taking new loans, does that affect the 7-year timeline?
That's a great question, and that has been a debate for many, many years. The Supreme Court of Canada laid that debate to rest in April of 2025. They determined that if an individual ceases to be a student for several years and then returns to school, the debt or the date in which they cease to be a student is the last date of studies prior to filing a bankruptcy or a consumer proposal. So essentially what happens is that 7-year rule reactivates any prior student loans that they may have had and any new loans that they may have obtained, whether or not they actually obtain new loans.
Okay, so that happened quite recently.
Yes. Yeah.
What should someone with student debt do if they're feeling overwhelmed financially?
Well, I think it's important that they understand that they do have options. So a licensed insolvency trustee can assist them in eliminating their non-student loan debt through a bankruptcy or a consumer proposal, thereby providing them with more funds to service the student loan that survives that 7-year threshold.
So even though student debt isn't automatically forgiven, is there still value in talking to a licensed insolvency trustee?
Oh, for sure. Licensed insolvency trustees have extensive power under the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act, and it would be to anybody's individual benefit struggling with debt to reach out to a licensed insolvency trustee to get some advice. Most importantly, we'll provide honest, clear advice on what their options are and how they may be able to navigate through that process.
Yeah, you're there to help. I mean, bankruptcy, it's a scary word when you say it out loud, but people can get out of it with a little bit of help and advice.
Absolutely.
Dan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. As always, really appreciate all that information. Now, for more info about managing student loans or exploring your options, you can reach out to Dan and the team at faber.ca. The information provided in the segment is of a general nature and is provided for information purposes only. It does not constitute professional financial advice. Please contact a licensed insolvency trustee before making any financial decisions.
Money Matters, brought to you by Faber. We've got your back.